Hello, everyone. My name is Nate Bailey. I'm here to talk to you about FERPA and what you need to know. FERPA stands for Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. FERPA is a federal law found in Title 20 of the United States Code. It is a federal law that protects the confidentiality of student education records. FERPA applies to all educational agencies and institutions that receive funds under any program administered by the Secretary of Education. That ranges from elementary schools through post-secondary institutions. What FERPA provides? FERPA provides the right of parents and adult-age students to inspect and receive a copy of student records, the right to deny access to others, specifically those outside of the school system with some exceptions, a process to correct errors, including a hearing, the right to opt out of military recruitment, the right to opt out of the disclosure of a student's directory information. Educational records. The term education records is defined with certain exceptions as those records that are one, directly related to a student, and two, records maintained by an educational agency or institution or by a party acting for the agency or institution. Examples of educational records are student grades, immunization and health records, disciplinary records, student progress reports, academic or physical testing results, grade point average, attendance records, and others. Directory information. FERPA allows schools to disclose this information without consent as long as they provide public notice to families that explains what types of information the school has designated as directory information. Directory information may include, but is not limited to, a student's name, address, phone number, email, date and place of birth, height and weight, and others. Some of the exceptions to the FERPA law. 1. Law enforcement unit records. Law enforcement unit records are records that are created by a law enforcement unit, created for a law enforcement purpose, and maintained by the law enforcement unit. Law enforcement unit records are not protected by FERPA because they are specifically excluded from the definition of education records. Another exception, health or safety emergency. FERPA's health or safety emergency provision permits such disclosures when the disclosure is necessary to protect the health or safety of the student or other individuals. Examples could be impending natural disaster, terrorist attack, campus threat, or the outbreak of an epidemic disease. Current trends. As of September 2019, at least 10 school districts have been in the news for their own ransomware attacks, and the U.S. Department of Education reports that hundreds of educational data breaches occur annually. With the explosion of the use of ed tools, there's increased disclosures happening, and that data isn't really being protected. Ensure their third-party vendors have appropriate safeguards in place. What this essentially means is all of the technology that is being used in school and all of the potential apps and things that students can log into, sign into, and use around the school possibly opens their education and directory information up to those sites. And so the goal of the school would be to increase their awareness and then, like it says, ensure their third-party vendors have appropriate safeguards in place.